Hello, everyone. Welcome. Hi, Nadine.
Hi, Renee.
So, welcome, everyone. For those that are just coming across this, I am Renee Carbone Fleming, and this is Badass Queens Brew, spilling the tea with me, Renee. So, I am super excited because on Touchstone Tuesday, I want to introduce you all to some incredible people at Touchstone Crystal and people that I would never have met had it not been for this business. And Nadine is an incredible blessing to me and is somebody I think her and I would both agree that for $1,000,000, our paths would never freaking crossed had it not been for this. We can
No,
be so freaking polar opposite in so many different aspects, but I absolutely freaking love you to
it's
death.
like opposites attract. I swear this is a prime example of two people that are genuinely polar opposite people that
Yeah,
are so connected and so tight and so just close through
yeah.
this. This business has just brought some incredible opportunity. I love it.
Right, isn't it fun? It just makes us laugh because we're like, "Holy shit, are we different?" But Nadine came to me and she when I say she came to me, and I had reached out, we had spoken, and she pretty much, like, interviewed me and had to ensure that this is where her home was gonna be. So I'm not gonna speak for her, but Nadine, I love you to death, and I'm super excited to introduce you to the world so that people can see like how different people are and backgrounds but we all genuinely freaking love Touchstone Crystal and like anybody can do this. So why
Yeah.
don't you share with everyone your background and what attracted you to me? No, kidding, to Touchstone.
Well, to you too. Yes. So I'm a lobster fisherman's wife on the coast of Maine, and our profession is seasonal. And years ago, I just wanted to do something in the wintertime right here on the coast of Maine. I'm in a very underdeveloped state in our country. I wanted to do something from home that would fit my schedule, that could even bring in grocery money. And I forever talk about, I didn't come here to make a million. I mean, not for nothing. I hope someday I do, but my whole goal when I joined Touchstone Crystal was to just have a residual income on the side that could help offset grocery expenses, gas expenses, little things. And I remember my first time ever coming into direct sales and into Touchstone Crystal, I was thinking to myself, you know what? If I can make $25 a month, that's a tank of gas or half a tank of gas these days. And I said, I'm not going to come in to this business and just overshoot myself. I'm going to start where I'm at and work with what I've got, and I'm going to grow as I go. And years later, I am now a leader with the company. I never thought that would be possible. That wasn't even on my radar. And I am far surpassing groceries and gas. And I am just a lobster fisherman's wife. I had no background in sales. I had never been with direct sales of any kind at all. I was 40 years old, friends, 40 years old. And I was just like, you know what? If you just don't try, you're never going to know. And I can only breathe into society as a whole, and anybody that this video might touch today, to give yourself a chance. Just give it a chance, because this has forever changed my life. And I'm just a wife, mom. I'm a lobster fisherman. I'm not even really a blingy person, although I have always loved jewelry, but I'm not the image of somebody you think that would sell or be very successful in this kind of a business as a lobster fisherman. But I have my dressy days. And you know what? My community, we like to dress up. We like to go to dinner. We like to go to our children's events at school. And we like to do grocery shopping, for God's sakes. I mean, we like to look pretty. We like to feel pretty. And I'm one of those girls that likes to dress up and feel pretty. And this has just been altering.
That's awesome. And that's the thing, putting this jewelry on makes you feel pretty,
Mm.
right?
Warm and
Well, yeah,
sparkling and just
right. Even when we're home, like we can be home and in sweats and throw on a little sparkle, and it's like, ooh, I am dripping in they're not diamonds. These are simulate like gorgeous. I mean, I would take these travel diamonds any day of the week because I'm not going to be totally. I mean, I'm going to be upset and sick have if I lost, $189 Captivate bracelet. But I would much rather lose a $189 Captivate bracelet than a $25,000 tennis bracelet.
Yeah, and that's a great point too, Renee, because that was one of the reasons why I joined. One of the biggest reasons I joined Touchstone Crystal was it's the diamond look without the diamond price. I mean, it is this stuff I can only tell you until you've held it, felt it, and put it onto your wrist or onto your neck. You're not going to understand. You're just not. But this is the diamond look without the diamond price. And I have always, since I was a little girl, honest to God, strike me dead right here, I have always wanted a tennis bracelet. I've always wanted one, but I could never afford a tennis bracelet. Some of those are $10,000 bracelets. And when I saw Touchstone has the Captivate bracelets, I was like, oh my God, it was almost like a sign.
Yeah, I love these. Because I'd be afraid to wear a $10,000.
And why would you even want to wear a
No
10?
one
Like,
knows. Nobody will know. Well,
nobody's gonna know.
nobody is gonna know. Like that
How
whole
are they gonna
document,
know?
right?
They're
How are
not
they
gonna
gonna know?
know.
That's exactly it. So what did you have like a sparkle moment in Touchstone Crystal when you were like, yeah, this is my home. This is where I belong.
I instantly felt like a part of something. Everybody, I was so intimidated because I am just your everyday run of the mill working mama wife with
Yeah, but
messy
would you
bun.
I have to interrupt because we're gonna take that just out of your vocabulary.
Right.
You are
I
a
am.
lobster fisherman's wife.
That's right.
Are a
And
badass mom. You
and
are
I
yeah.
yeah, and I thought, I was just ordinary. And I thought maybe that I was like a little fish in a big pond and that I wouldn't really fit in. I went to my first ever event and I almost didn't go because I was so like, and if anybody that knows me personally knows that I am the most confident human being on earth. Like, I don't care what people think of me and none of it, but I still was in a new company and I was just intimidated and I almost didn't go. When I showed up at my first Touchstone event, it was like I was an old friend. Everybody's face lit up and they were like, Nadine, are you new? Oh my God, don't you love it? I just felt like I was home. My probably biggest like aha moment though, Renee, honestly, was when I got the jewelry and I started introducing it to like my mom and my best friends and people that are really close to me. And they were genuinely like, Nadine, this is incredible. Like, I didn't know. I see it on you and you see it on pictures and on screens and you just don't know until you get it. And you're like, my God, this is Swarovski crystal. This is really nice stuff. It was right then and there I knew that I had a product worthy of my last name behind it. And I said, you know what? This is really it was surreal, Renee. I really don't think that there's any one like specific aha moment aside from it was a perfect storm of I gave myself a chance. I gave us a chance
Mhm.
and I knocked all of those false images out of my head and I said, you know what, I'm going to represent the lobster fishing community. I'm going to be the wives and the moms and the small town hometown girl that's got really pretty jewelry and I'm gonna make people feel prettier. I think we're pretty without jewelry. I mean, don't get me wrong, we're all just a very beautiful human beings each in our own way, but I personally feel pretty when I wear jewelry, so I just feel prettier. And
Yeah.
so I just said I'm gonna make these girls sparkle, and it was just Touchstone is a really incredible company. And you're going to see a lot of these little, like, people talking so good about their companies and all of the things. I get it. Like,
Yeah.
some people are probably going, yeah, you're supposed to say that.
Right.
Yeah. I'm not supposed to say anything. I sell Touchstone Crystal. I represent this company proudly. And I sell this to my mom.
Mhm.
I sell it to my best friends, and it's because I'm proud, loud and proud with the company that I can give them. I can offer them that diamond look without the diamond price and feel really good at the end of the day.
I love that. I love that. And how do you so you I mean, you really touch on it, but how do you infuse your style, your sass? Because one of the things that I love about you is how authentic you truly are. And you like there is no, where you stand with Nadine Preston, right? And, and so do your followers, your friends, your audience, right? So how
Yeah.
do you infuse how how do you just be you, right, into your Touchstone business? Because I know when I started, I thought I had to be like the others. And like, you see people that have the title and the career, and you're like, I should act like them. I'm supposed to look like I'm supposed to do that in order to get to where they are. And so for me, it took me a while to shed that thought and go, you know what, I'm just gonna be freaking me. And because I like me, somebody doesn't like me, so that's on them. I mean, right? But
You
how do
know,
you do that?
I a long time ago when I first started, my very first day. So when I bought the kit and the kit's in my house, and I'm like, how do I act? How do I present this? Like, what do I do? And maybe do I need to take on a different persona? Like, do I need to be the glammy Nadine sometimes, and then the regular basic Nadine other times? Like, what's gonna work for me? What's gonna help me breathe life into these women and men
Yeah,
that love this jewelry, that this is really a nice company to be with. How am I going to do this? And I'll tell you, Renee, honest to God, I don't, I just, I thought to myself how hard it would, I wanted to be here forever.
yeah,
And I still want to be here forever. Like, you'll not see me representing another company. I'm with Touchstone. That's that. Um, but I knew when if I joined this company that this is where I would be. This would be my home. And I thought to myself, how do you keep up with the image? Like, what if I put on a false image, or like, sometimes people just go into character mode and they're only sparkly while they're sparkling, and then they go back to what I was like, how am I going to pull this off for life? And
right.
then that right there was the key.
Yeah,
You don't want to do that. You want to just be authentically you and
yeah,
preach to the world about what you love and why you love it. And don't ever fake it. Don't ever put
yeah.
on some false image. Nadine, with her husband in the living room with her hair in a messy bun, has on her necklaces because I like them.
Yep.
And that's the girl I have to be for my customers and for my followers and my families, is the girl. Why do you like them? Because I like them.
Right.
And in a world where there's 344 million people in the United States of America alone, you are going to find your people. There are going to be people that are like Nadine, that want to sit in their recliner by their husband, and they want to just be blinging out a little bit. Everybody's got their people. You just got to be you. The world will adjust.
I love that for sure. I mean, that's like an amen mic drop. I won't actually
Don't
drop it.
drop it.
No, but I am obsessed with this. I just like holding this. I think I actually need a mic like everywhere I
I
go.
think you do. I think I need a mic.
Yeah, I think so too. That's
I think
all
I
we
need
need.
a mic.
The two of us. You really think the world needs both of us with a freaking
Maybe
microphone?
we're onto something, Renee.
I
Maybe
think
we're
so.
on.
I mean, God bless those that follow us because they're like, oh my gosh, these two are just wackadoodles.
Too
But
much.
yeah, we are, and we love each other anyway. And it is funny how different we are, right? Uh,
Polar opposite people, like two. Of, no, there's no fault in it. Renee is beautifully her. She is very, she's always just so put together. And me, I'm like, I roll out of bed and I slap on my jewelry, and I'm like, and you know what? The Renee that's put together and the Nadine that just rolled out of bed and acts like she's put together are literally the same people, because we're wearing the same jewelry.
exactly.
Like,
We know.
Renee's like, you look so good, Nadine. And I'm like, really? Because 10 minutes ago, I had pajama pants on, Renee. But this jewelry changed everything.
Yes. Well, just speaking of pajama, one of the things that I do love about this too is like working from home and being our own boss, right? We can definitely get dressed from the waist up, and no one is the wiser. We
How
could
are
do
they
it
going to
like I'm
know?
rocking my slippers. I totally, but I'm no one knows if I got pajama pants or sweats on.
That's the beauty of it. All these other businesses have benefits, right? You think of a business where you work a 9 to 5, which you're working for somebody else on somebody else's time clock.
Yeah,
When they say come to work, you have
right.
to come to work. Here, We get to choose our own schedule all the time. Like if I just don't feel like doing what I want to do today, I don't do it. All the things. But one of our perks is we can wear our pajama pants to work if we want to.
Yes.
Where did the balloons come from? Did you do that?
No, I didn't. That's so weird. I don't know what happened, but
Well, it's a
celebrate. It's a celebration. It's
it's
a
a
wow, we had some divine interventions going like we're celebrating.
Did
Okay.
you give me balloons for today? Did you know that today was my birthday? No, it's not my birthday. I'm just kidding. No, but that's part of your benefits. Like there are benefits with working for yourself. Yes, we get to choose our own schedule. Yes, we get to, and I have always and will forever say that you will get in equal proportions out of this business what you put into it. Now, if I don't work my business, what's happening?
We're getting bells and whistles and balloons. I don't know.
I don't know what's happening. If I don't work my business, then I will not see an income.
Right.
If I don't punch in for myself,
Hmm.
if I don't force myself to, it's time to put some effort into your business, then I'm not going to get out of it. If I'm putting in 10% of my time, I'm going to get 10% back.
Yep.
If I'm putting in 50% of my time, I'm going to get 50% back. And that's what grew me so quickly here is because I gave Touchstone 100% or at least 80% of my time.
Yep.
In the off season, I have all kinds of time to work when I'm not lobster fishing and I'm not out on the ocean. I have time to do this. I have time to introduce this jewelry to other people.
Yep.
And when I'm working my business in the winter times,
Yep.
my Touchstone business is booming, top sales,
Right.
thriving. Every time you introduce this to somebody wants it. Once you've shown it and you're like, hey, listen, put this bracelet on. No, put it on. Once
Yep.
they put it on, they're like, oh my God, Nadine,
Yeah.
you aren't even kidding. If I take a step back, then the jewelry's, my sales and my income take a step back.
Right.
So one of the benefits is getting out of it what you put into it. But another one of the biggest benefits is being able to just work within your own pace and your own means. And that is what I needed for my life. I needed something that could work around what I'm currently doing. And it's perfect for me. I wish more women and men would take a chance. I really do, because I want you more than anything to just say, I told you.
Yeah.
I've been trying to say this industry sometimes people give us a bad reputation, but not all of us are the same.
No.
And we're not the same. Touchstone Crystal is incredible. We're just an incredible organization. And another thing, and I'm just going to say this, they reward you for working your business the most. Like if I'm working my business hardest, I'm paid hardest. Like I love that. It's not like this big, spider web kind of thing. It's more, Nadine, if you want to work your business this month, you're going to make some mad income, and they give us the tools.
Yeah.
I don't have to ask for nothing. And
Yeah. And so what have you had what's an unexpected lesson that you've learned through your journey at Touchstone?
uh, well, I feel like if my sales are struggling, let's just say it's January. All right. Now January's are hard because it's right after Christmas and a lot of people overspend at Christmas time.
Mhm.
And so when January rolls around, we do have a dip in sales or what have you. So one of my best aha moments here was I was struggling and I was feeling like, you know, uh, the first couple weeks of January, I was feeling really like, oh gosh, people did really overspend. They don't have the extra money for the jewelry. What does Touchstone do? They give us sales flyers.
Right.
They launch a new catalog earlier than they were planning on. Like the one thing I love so strongly about Touchstone, and I will forever say this, and I have said this along before too, but if we're struggling, they're struggling, and they don't want to struggle. So they'll give us more tools to help us thrive.
Mhm.
And I don't have to try as hard here as I have in years past doing other things. Like Touchstone just continuously gives us the tools. So my aha moment was knowing that Touchstone recognized down months and up months
Yeah.
and worked with us without us having to ask for it. In other companies, that I've ever, been affiliated with, this is only my second ever company that I've ever been with. My first company just retired. So I'm not a rabbit chaser. Big no, don't chase the rabbits. I find something that I like and I stick with it. But my first company, when we had struggles, we would have to ask for help. And with Touchstone, they notice it and recognize that we never have to ask. It's just kind of like they know.
That's a really important aspect and something that I don't think we talk enough about, because that's very insightful. Because yes, we as we say we're authentic, the company is authentic too. There are so many companies that put their blinders on and just pretend like everything's great and it's
Sure.
wonderful, right? And it happens when you're on camera. You're like, wait a minute, right? But there's so many people and companies that put that pretend factor out there, and especially on social media, right? Acting like everything is wonderful. No, there's a lot of shit going on, right? So we recognize that, and we all understand, right? And so we're like, us as a company and us as people, as human beings, we want to be able to help add a little extra sparkle to women's lives. So whether that's through sales, whether that's through, giving somebody a sale, whether that's through having them earn free jewelry by hosting, or earning an extra income to help them offset their expenses. But Touchstone definitely recognizes it. Our community recognizes it. And the big thing that I love is that sisterhood and the ability to, even being a sideways sister, help each other, even out of lineages and organizations. Everyone's willing to help each other.
That is so different too, because in my past experiences there was always not always, I shouldn't say always, but there was definitely maybe a little jealousy drama factor, and sometimes in some of the I've never experienced it here. And that was another thing. I was like, what a breath of fresh air to not have people competing with you. Literally, we are us competing against ourselves. Like, we try to beat our own sales by $1 the following month, or we're always doing things amongst ourselves. Touchstone doesn't. There's none of that here. And I know, people, I'm sure there are people watching this right now, Renee, that are just like, yeah.
I know.
But I can only tell you that let us prove it. Just let us prove it to you.
Yep. Oh, I love that. Oh, and I love you.
And I love you, Renee. And I don't know how God brought me to you, but he did.
He did it. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for that. Okay, so as we wrap up, I'm going to ask you what I'm asking everyone. Do you have a favorite piece of jewelry from Touchstone, and how does it reflect your personality?
I have a favorite look. Can I just say a look?
Yeah.
I'm wearing it today.
Yeah.
I absolutely love the chains. So we offer many different chain combos.
Yeah.
And it touches on everybody's taste. So you might be dainty and really like dainty jewelry. We got you. If somebody says to me, oh, that's not my style, I call BS, because there is nothing that you could say you are for a jewelry style that I can't show you. They give us catalogs that are like books here. Okay. They know we follow fashion trends. We know. So chains are really hot right now. This combination is my favorite, because it's two different chain looks. And it's just, and even when it's crooked, like sometimes it'll like get itself crooked, it looks good. I had this up here the other day, and I was like, I look cute like this. Like, this is so I love the look of the crystal, the clear crystals, that especially the diamond cut Swarovski, all Swarovski. So if nobody's reiterated that to you, everything is Swarovski crystal. I love the clarity of the clear, because it just makes me feel like I'm wearing diamonds, and they never get dull. Never. Like, how many times have I bought a piece of jewelry with a clear crystal on it, and it was a cloud on my fingers in 3 days? It never gets dull. I've never washed these necklaces fronts. Never. Look, I have never, ever washed
Isn't it awesome? It's awesome. I love it too. And I love the look.
I just love it, Renee, and I love you, and I love it, and I love it.
I love it too. And I'm so glad that the world gets to be introduced to the fabulous Nadine Preston. You are a blessing in my life and our organization. And I love the sass and realness that you bring to not only my, our team, our Sparkle Queens team, but the entire, Touchstone family.
Everybody has their people. Everybody has their people, and your people might not be my people, and my people might not be your people. But in a world where there's 344 million people in the United States of America alone, and one of the top 3 things that women like to buy in this world is jewelry, you are really going to enjoy your Touchstone Crystal jewelry purchases.
Yeah.
Or if you're feeling a little froggy, I say you hop in and be on this side of the camera.
That's right. Absolutely. It's a great freaking place to be. That's for damn sure.
I can't. I don't even know. Like, I can't. And again, you're supposed to say that. I see it. I can hear who else out there. I can see you. You
Right.
can't see me, but I can see. We're not supposed to say anything.
No.
We're breathing this.
That's why we're doing this, because I didn't
Yeah.
want like a scripted thing and where people are like, oh, that's bullshit. Like, I want people to know that we're just real people, we're real moms, we're
Yeah.
doing a real thing, and we're having a freaking blast.
Never.
Like, this is
Not
real.
one time since I joined Touchstone. Not once. Not one day. Not one moment. Not one
Yep.
minute since the day I bought my kit Touchstone Crystal have I seen the grass greener on the other side. I know what we have here, and I know how good they are to us here, and I know how awesome the jewelry is. I'm here, sister. You and me forever.
Forever, baby.
Forever and ever.
Ever and ever. Thank you so much for your time. I love you to pieces.
Thanks
And
for inviting me.
super excited where you take your sparkle journey. So we're really excited to help as many people, because like I always say, I love sharing the fact that I unapologetically inspire moms over 40 to build their fuck it fund and unleash their inner badass queen. And this is a great freaking place to do that.
It really is. And friends, just a final note, some companies have hundreds of thousands of consultants. We don't have nearly that many. So I'm just saying, there's a good opportunity. There ain't a Touchstone sales girl on every corner.
Come join us and have some
fun. Opportunity.
Yep. Contact us. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Renee.
Thank you. Okay. Have a good one, everyone.